Hey, hey. I know. It's hard work. Someone's got to do it. Hey, y'all. Can't see if anybody's on yet. Thanks, Rosie. Local Mom needs some new Crocs. These make farting noises. Whew. I gotta put that bucket down. My back's killing me. I'm still not healed from where I've cracked my rib or bruised it or whatever I did to it. It's been a week and a half, a little over a week and a half, because it was last Friday, 2 Friday nights ago. So, you know, those Friday nights always get you. Hey, y'all. Say hey. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit that bell so you're notified when I go live. It's been helping that I go live real fast over on Log Home Mom and then put y'all the link. Goodness, they got a mess in here. So we were going to go get some more chicks, but then the hurricane happened. So that has not happened yet. Because we don't go camping again until Thanksgiving. So we were going to go get our chicks and get them ready. And then here come the hurricane. Log Home Dad has to go buy a new trailer tomorrow. He already put a deposit on one today. There's only like one really decent trailer place here in Central Florida. And they had quite the selection though, and he actually ended up getting a brand new one, and it was a bank repo, and I mean, it doesn't even look like it was used, so I don't know what they bought it for, but he, if you weren't live with me last night, well, our trailer that we have has got to be 20 years old, and, hey, y'all, yeah, the trailer we have has got to be 20 years old. Let me turn you around. They're getting some lettuce and some wormies, and it's need to be replaced for a long time, or at least like put in rotation as like a backup trailer or something. But Log Home Dad solidified that the other day when he calls me and he says, "You love me, right?" And I'm like, I was just quiet, and he's like, "Hello, you still there?" And I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Let me wipe the screen. I said, "What's going on?" And he said, "Well, I'm gonna send you a picture and then I'll call you back." And I was like, all right. So he sends a picture, and it is, get in there, girly. It is, the side door of his trailer is not there. And I'm like, what the heck happened? So he has a crew there working at one place yesterday, and he went to go get them lunch. It might have been the day before yesterday. He went to go get them lunch and forgot that side door was down and ripped it right off. So it's gone. And what a mess. Y'all say hey. Hey, Taylor. So now we've got to buy a new trailer. I looked for some used ones, but really didn't find nothing. I found one that the guy wanted quite a bit for it, and I asked him if he would come down, and he said nope. And I was like, all right, well, let me know if you do at any point. So he'll have to go get you got to take when you're buying something that big, you got to take a certified check over to him. So he'll have to run to the bank in the morning and grab a check. But I come out today, I had to change their water, which is killing me. It's killing my back. And I had to put the doggies in there kennel because they don't behave themselves all the time. They get into something. It's always something. And I have this little trash can beside my washer. It's real tiny. It can't be but a foot tall and like 4 inches wide and like a foot long. And I just use it to put lint or whatever in. Ellie has to go drag everything out of that little garbage can. Drives me crazy. And then our garbage is actually in the cabinet, so the door comes out, and it's our garbage and recyclables. And Ellie likes to pop that door open and get in the garbage, so we have to watch her like crazy too. They're liking that lettuce. Wahoo! That's the end of my romaine lettuce. I make us salads and bring the ends out to them. Oh, Isabel, that was not nice. There's a whole nother one over there, girl. Goodness, look at that fluffy butt. Take out the cutest little bottoms, the little fluffy butt. It's so cute. So these two slackers, my Easter eggers, have not laid an egg in weeks. Henny's pretty reliable. She lays about 1 a day, but she's younger. The older they get, the less they lay. So we haven't had, when they're molting, they don't lay either. And they're molting, you can see feathers. There's a ton in the actual coop. Everything they eat, the protein goes to making new feathers. So they need protein for eggs, but when they molt, it goes to the feathers. So no dang eggs. So we aren't getting a ton at all. We had to buy some. Goodness gracious. Y'all slackers. Well, let's go for a walk and show y'all. Some of y'all didn't get to see the other day when I went live. Show y'all what we got going on. Let me lock up here. I'm gonna go put my flip-flops on. I'll come back and get the eggs before I go in. So we have a 3-lock system on here because we have a lot of predators. And you know raccoons have opposable thumbs. Get my flip-flops. So it's a mess. Our property is a mess, and poor Log Home Dad's been working 14, 16-hour days, and he's not got to do a thing. So not only do we need to be mowed, but I mean, look at all this. So this is actually top of that pine tree right there. The whole top came down. Why the whole dang pine tree didn't come down, I don't know, but just the top came down. So we could hear pine trees snapping in the property over here all night long. It was crazy. And this pine tree is dead right here. And that dang thing didn't come down. It was swaying like crazy. And I'm like, I cannot believe, but I mean, look at all the sticks. It's insane. It's absolutely, you can't walk in the yard without sticks everywhere. Look at that. Now that's some of the limbs from that pine tree. So it's a mess. We need a church to come over and help us. And then of course look under the oak tree here. I mean it's just crack. That's pine right there. That's from the pine tree. But I mean there's not an inch of grass that isn't covered in sticks, moss, or leaves. This one came from that tree there, and so did that one, and it fell on Log Home Dad's fire pit, so he's gonna have to rerun his lights and everything. The lights came down, as you can see, so it took them out. Then, like I said, everything is just covered in debris. Everything. I did clean out my little bed day before yesterday, and put it all right here. I did clean that out. And I had to clean out my little fountain and put some, I put some of our chlorine tabs in it because it was just, our sidewalk's starting to collapse. Log Home Dad's gonna have to repair it. And then this is the dog's path. We're gonna end up, dang it. We're gonna end up graveling it. See how my trees are doing. Did they die? I got some baby trees here It looks okay. There's a flipping mole. There's one. Put my thing back around it. And I got another one over here. And Log Home Dad put bags of our rock we're going to use for over there here. Yeah, let me put this back up. Did it break her top off? I think it might have broke the top off. Yeah, it's missing the top. And then just look at the moss. This is like all moss. Is that insane? At the amount of moss. And y'all know, if you've followed me for any length of time, I clean the moss. Anything the moss lands on, it kills. So I'm constantly, and I had every bit of moss cleaned out of my azalea. And now look, I'm gonna have to come out here and spend a day probably getting it all out. I'm gonna have to get in the center of it and everything. But anytime, so moss, it just kills it. It makes it, it suffocates basically. So anything moss lands on, it just kills it. So I've got a ton of moss in these trees right here. And so I'm always out here cleaning out, but I had everything out and now I'm gonna have to come back. It's just, it is full of moss, as you can see, just full. But and then all this is just moss. Goodness, where'd this come from? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what tree that came from. Oh, this one right here, I'm under. Okay, that has moss all in it. You can see. Same over here. I'm not too worried about this area over here because we're not really doing much with it. We are gonna make parking spots here because when we have events, we need extra parking. So Log Home Dad will probably take out a couple of the little trees. So tons of camper fared okay. It's got moss all over it and limbs and stuff, but it fared okay. It did get, there is like a air vent over the kitchen and it's electric. So you push a button and it opens up and a fan comes on and everything. Well, that morning I looked out and that thing was just a flapping in the wind. So Log Home Dad went and took a cinder block and put on top of it. And, I'm sure we're gonna have to have it repaired. And our kitchen was just full of water. So we had to take some towels and stuff down there. He's got a limb there down. And then this is probably the worst of it. That is 2 stories tall. It's huge. That's an oak. So there's a smaller limb right here that fell. A smaller limb right there, but this one is huge. It's more than 2 stories tall. So it is so big. And I knew it. I saw it swaying. I told Log Home Dad, I'm like, that thing's gonna go. It's gonna go. And it did, and it came from right there. So right there is where it came from, that big one. So Log Home Dad, when he cleans this up, he's gonna trim that little bit off right there. But that was a shame. Huge, huge. So we've got to do absolutely nothing. We just have a small limb right there. The cabin pool in Log Home's amazing deck he built, completely fared. I see one little panel that's come loose at the bottom. So he'll have to redo that. But we, the pool was absolutely packed full of leaves. So we come out and cleaned it the other day and put in some new chlorine tabs and stuff. So it just had leaves like crazy. So this is nothing that's in it right now. And it took us only about 20 minutes to clean it out. There was some branches and stuff like that, and then the deck was just covered in leaves. It was insane. I couldn't believe how much there was, but it's still standing. That was the great part. Still standing. And I have this one that I'll scoopy scoop. Oh, look at that. And then we have a vacuum, so I'll vacuum up what's left. We have like a cordless vacuum. It's a rechargeable. It's really cool. I love that little thing. And it's perfect for this. So we'll just vacuum the rest of that. It'll settle to the bottom. But I'm like, I was so worried we'd lose our deck with him, but he built it really good. I see another board that's come loose. So I see 2 boards that's come loose. Not bad, considering those winds. I looked at it one point, and it just seemed like a big dream out front. The trees were swaying. I've never seen anything like that. It was absolutely crazy. So you can see all the, mainly, I mean, just every inch is just covered in limbs, and you know, like that's on our electric fence. He's gonna have to do some repairs. And then that tree actually fell over. Can you see it? So a whole tree fell from there over, and thank God my berry arbor caught it. So it really, I don't think it's done any damage to the pineapples. So, but Log Home Dad's just got a mess to clean up. It's just absolute mess. Isn't that crazy? I mean, that's just limb. And I mean, we have to clean him up. We don't have a choice. We gotta get him up, or he's not gonna be able to mow, or, I mean, oh, look at here. I didn't even see this, y'all. The chairs were blocking it. Lord have mercy. Look at that. Wow. I am shocked we didn't get more, to be honest with you, with all the trees we have. But man, it's going to take us weeks to clean this. So if y'all are coming for our Christmas event, you're going to have to excuse it. It's a hot mess. I got to come out and clean out these containers and have my lettuce in it. And now they're growing weeds. Let's see how my strawberries are doing. Good. Yeah, look at that tree. Isn't that crazy? Oh, insane. Insanity. And we're taking all these out. And Log Home Dad's got new cloth that we're running. But all of them are coming out. That's mistletoe right there. That big old chunk is mistletoe. It's huge. More moss. And like I said, it just suffocates everything it lands on. It's awful. People, oh, it's so pretty, the moss. And it's like, no, it kills everything. It kills it. Look at all this. Lord have mercy. It's just a mess. So what I usually do is I'll bring the wheelbarrow over. See my pumpkin in here. I don't think I have any pumpkins so far. I bring my wheelbarrow over and I start just putting everything in it, and then Log Home Dad will go and empty it. I don't have any pumpkins. They're not fertilizing. Not a one. Only one. I planted like probably 25 seeds or more, and only one came up. Oh, you poor little thing. You look sad. Probably too much water. This is my asparagus. I got to clean this bed out. Asparagus is a perennial, so it'll come back. It doesn't produce but little skinny things every year. I've got to tighten that back up. It totally came loose. Oh, okay. I guess I'll be out here tightening this puppy up. Yep, it came loose. I'll have to get that back straight. Well, that's it, y'all. That's the tour. It's a mess. We're going to have our hands full. That is faux show. Definitely. See, you want to get all the moss out of everything. Everything. All right. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to get back in. It's time to feed the doggies. Log Home Dad should be home soon. Hey, Julie. Pool lady. Yeah, that's me. Pool lady. Look at this. Look at this moss attaching and growing where it's landed. And it'll grow. It's already attached itself. Isn't that crazy? It's such a lichen, and it will just suffocate everything it gets on. That is so crazy. Oh my gosh. I can't even believe it. Lord have mercy. What a mess, though. It's going to take us a while. We sure could use a crew. It's going to take even with a crew, it would take all day to clean it up. What a mess. So if anybody wants to come over to the cabin in the woods and clean up with us, I don't even see Log Home Dad being able to do anything for the next 2 weeks at least. He's got so much work, and I got 3 or 4 phone calls today. So he's got even more to do now. All right, y'all. Well, you have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll be back again tomorrow. Y'all take care. Bye, y'all.